Guys, the Dragon Ball community has done it yet again. Don't fuck with Dragon Ball fans because they literally hate their own show. For those of you who have no idea what I am referring to, Dragon Ball Daima just ended like 2 days ago. And for some reason, there was a lot of discourse. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of people who can probably figure out why that's the case. Since before it was even aired, Dragon Ball Daima was getting hate like crazy.
This isn't Dragon Ball Super. We wanted Super. What the hell is this?
And it doesn't really help that Dragon Ball Daima wasn't being pushed out in terms of their marketing. Whoever was running the marketing department for Daima need to be fired because they did a terrible job of doing it. So anyway, the show released and views were pretty low, from what I understand. Plenty of other Dragon Ball creators made way better videos than this one could possibly be. So I would recommend going to watch them if you want more insider news in terms of like how the marketing was made or like how the numbers are for Daima. Like Totally Not Mark did a video on it at one point, but that was very good. So I recommend going ahead and taking a look at that video. Link will be in the description below. But with that said, as a whole, it wasn't looking very good for Daima. Episode after episode would be released, and I would be lying if I told you I didn't enjoy any of it. I actually really loved what they did with Daima. It felt like a fresh story to me. It was really cool seeing a world that was kind of hinted at in Z because of Deborah and expanded upon in Daima. It was really, really cool. I love the world of Dragon Ball. It is one of the coolest in fiction to me, so getting more lore on it was just really sick to see. But I can understand why other fans might not like something like that. For years now, people have been saying, I only really like Dragon Ball for the hype moments, because, to be fair, that's kind of what Dragon Ball has become. Almost to the point where now it is making callbacks to moments from Z. Vegeta's final explosion in Super, Beast Gohan's transformation, the entire sequence. All of them are reminiscent of moments that we hold very near and dear to ourselves from Z. And I would be lying to you guys if I told you Daima didn't do some of the same stuff I've criticized Super for. Like, I'll be the first to admit that some episodes in Daima kind of didn't need to exist at all. But even at their worst, they were just a way for them to expand upon a world they wanted us to experience. And I still enjoyed it. While it was airing, a lot of the complaints that I heard from friends and general people online is that it's kind of boring. Nothing is really happening. Until this is the fight that I feel like convinced a lot more people to start watching Daima. The fight choreography was great, despite it being really good throughout the show's runtime. The animation was incredible, and overall, it was just a really good fight. And before I go any further, I'm going to talk about spoilers in this video, so if you're not interested in that, pause the video, go watch the show, and maybe come back. Anyway, what really got people talking about Daima was Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And for good reason. It was an insanely well put together episode and super fun. For years now, people have wanted Vegeta to get Super Saiyan 3. It's been talked about all the time. But yet again, there was a problem that a lot of people had with this moment. And it was specifically the fact that they were kids. Why give these really cool transformations that people have been wanting for a really long time for their fan favorite characters to kids? It just felt like it wasn't worth it to them. Now, do I think that this is a fair criticism to have of the show? Fuck no. The show made it perfectly clear that they were going to be kids for the majority of the runtime. Did we just forget that that was the whole, like, big problem? Like, the whole reason they went to the Demon Realm in the first place was to make a wish with the Demon Realm's Dragon Ball so they didn't have to be kids anymore? Are we just like forgetting that that was a whole plot point? One criticism that I could accept though is why make them kids if there's hardly going to be any drawbacks? Like, why is Vegeta even able to go Super Saiyan 3 in the first place? Why the hell are these children kicking fucking demon ass, dude? They fodderized the entire show. But no, instead it's the stupid,
Dude, I really wish I could have seen Vegeta in Super Saiyan 3 as an adult, dude. The fact that they're kids is stupid. It should have been Dragon Ball Super instead, man. Come on.
And a major spoiler alert here, the same shit happened with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. For fuck's sake. Super Saiyan 4 was fully realized by Akira Toriyama, and people still found a way to hate on it. All because Goku was a kid. We finally hit the last couple of episodes of Dragon Ball Daima, and there is nothing but action in them. Literally almost no time for breaks. That's how jam-packed these last couple of episodes are. And people still found a reason to complain. I'm not kidding. In these last couple of episodes, they finally get to turn back into adults. They make the wish, and I'm just saying, you get to see the adult forms of Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, at their full potential, and it is absolutely incredible, and not very many people hated on it, to be fair. But oh my fucking god, Dragon Ball fans and getting their hopes up, dude. Fusion bugs were a big thing that was talked about throughout Daima's run. What is this new fusion going to look like? A lot of us were asking ourselves. But in like the third to last episode, they dropped the bag with all of the revive bugs and the fusion bugs in them. They literally show that happening. Vegeta asked Goku for like a revive bug, and he's like, oh shit, I kind of lost the bag. Did we just forget that that happened? Despite me being pretty excited about the concept of a new fusion, once that happened, I was a little bit more skeptical on whether or not a fusion was coming. And it's not fully the Dragon Ball community's fault. If there's one person to blame, I would blame Geekdom 101. Yeah, I did it. I did it.
So I'm just going to lay this out for everybody. The bug fusion is not what you think it is. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to leak what it is, but it's not what you think it is. It's not like a Gogeta or Vegito thing. It's something they have not done before.
Why is Geekdom so desperate to prove himself that he would just lie on camera? I thought your whole point was to prove to people that you have insider knowledge, and there's no doubt you do. Except here, you look fucking stupid. It's getting to your head.
Guys, they've never done this with the fusion before. Trust me, it's gonna be an entirely different fusion.
You act so confident about it, and then it doesn't happen, and you just look fucking stupid. And you gotta defend yourself on Twitter. Except, you're kind of a bitch about it.
If you're that stupid to not know a fusion is coming, that's on you. It's been foreshadowed. Ooh, yeah, guys, so, remember that little leak about the fusion that I was telling you guys about? Yeah, so...
Yeah, whatever, dude. Just make my fucking Frosty already. My face when I jump the gun and lie to a community just to fuel my own ego. I get being excited for a fusion, but in hindsight, it's kind of insane to me that anybody really thought a fusion was coming in the first place. And as of right now, there are plenty of people saying that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is an asspool. Except, you guys wanted a Super Saiyan 4 fusion. Make up your minds. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Vegeta was gonna have to hit Super Saiyan 4, find the bugs, all while fighting Goma in under 30 minutes. That just doesn't seem feasible. Another topic that has irritated the hell out of me recently is canon. Canon. How does Dragon Ball Daima fit into Dragon Ball Super's canon? They never mentioned Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Super, so it can't possibly be canon. They also never mentioned Beerus, Whis, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct at the end of Z either. So does that mean Dragon Ball Super isn't canon at all? Or could it be that maybe this shit came out fucking decades ago? Do you guys think Akira Toriyama, the guy who is known for forgetting shit in his own series, like I don't know, maybe an entire character, sat in his room and said, you know what? One day Beast Gohan is going to kill Cell Max, and actually UI Goku is going to fight a character named Granola, but only after he participates in the Tournament of Power. This dude was just vibing. This is deadass what the majority of you guys sound like when you say shit like this.
Alright, swag. You just said Beast was an asshole, right?
Yeah,
He was. Yeah, I don't
Alright,
know.
look at the group chat right now. No, look at the group chat right now. Look at the video I posted. Start from
Dude.
40 seconds.
Beast Gohan was
There, that right
fucking
there.
a Spider-Man nutsack when that was
Oh
made.
my god,
Bro,
you're saying
They
foreshadowed
foreshadowed Beast
in the-
much in Boost Saga.
Are you telling me I'm not supposed to enjoy the Z Broly movies? Fuck no. They're for fun. They are about big buff men hitting each other really hard. Dragon Ball in recent times is hardly well written. I fucking hate Super, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that UI Goku vs Jiren wasn't crazy as hell when it was coming out, despite some of the themes and the overarching narrative in the arc being pretty mid. But do you think me at 15 years old gave a fuck? Hell no! I just enjoyed Super for what it was at the time. Whenever I was on Twitter and Daima was airing, a lot of discussion was around hype in Dragon Ball. I only care about the hype moments in Dragon Ball Z. I don't really care about the narrative. Buddy, we just got a Super Saiyan 4 transformation that is presumably canon, with one of the best transformation sequences in the series' history. Is this just not hype now? I'm so confused. Oh shit, this is fucking poggers. Let me go on Twitter and see what everybody else thinks about it. Instead, it's flipped back to, well, actually, the writing was pretty mid, and none of this makes sense, and how the hell does this connect to Super? Make up your minds! If you dislike Daima, that's completely fine. But if you're going to hate on something, be consistent. If you guys haven't watched Dragon Ball Daima, I highly recommend that you guys give it a try. And what do you have to lose? It's the last piece of Dragon Ball Akira Toriyama has worked on and will ever work on. At worst, you guys just get a typical Dragon Ball story with hype fights, good choreography, and an interesting enough narrative. Anyway, with that said, thank you Akira Toriyama for Daima. I really enjoyed it, and rest in peace. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.